Hello everyone, it's Becky here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. Today I am doing another tag video and this tag is very interesting because it's called 50 questions you have never been asked before, and I need to check who done this tag originally, but I was very kindly tagged by Mark from Book Time with Elvis, and without further ado I will just start with the questions because, as I said, they are very interesting from probably every aspect of life except books. So let's just begin. The question number one: what's your favorite candle scent? I would say the one I probably have right now, which is vanilla and honey. I really do like the smell of vanilla, or maybe coconut sometimes. Which female celebrity do you wish were your sister? Audrey Hepburn. Probably not gonna happen. Well, even if she would be still here, it would probably not happen that we would be sisters, but Audrey Hepburn because I love her. Which male celebrity do you wish were your brother? I don't really mind, or I don't really know about the brother, but it would be absolutely amazing to be somehow related to Anthony Hopkins, maybe as like uncle or something. That would be pretty cool. How old do you think you'll be when you marry? Don't dare to guess. Do you know someone who is a hoarder? Not like really in a crazy way, hoarder, but I think we all are, aren't we? I mean, even myself, I do love to collect different things from places where I go, and I do have quite a lot of things which are really the one which you don't need, but they kind of make me very happy. For example, when I go to some place where I never been before, I like to bring something, whether it's a little postcard from a shop or even like pebbles from somewhere. I usually started to collect little stones when I go to Munro hikes, which haven't been too many yet, but there is supposed to be 282 Munros, so yeah, wish me luck if I'm gonna bring a stone from every trip. And then of course books. Books is something which you do not necessarily need, but you do. So yeah, but not really anyone who would be like crazy with hoarding. Can you do splits? Splits, if it's like this, then yes, I can. How old were you where you learned to ride a bike? I don't remember the exact age. I think it would be probably younger than 10. Yeah, probably younger, but I remember the exact moments when I was on the street with my dad and he was teaching me how to ride the bike, and then the moment which probably all of us know when we are learning how to ride it, that you are going and suddenly you look back and you realize that your dad or whoever it is not right behind you, but they're just waving you from a couple meters ago, and that's when you fall. So I can very vividly imagine this, but I don't remember how old I was. How many countries have you visited? I don't know exactly. I never been to, for example, America or Asia, but I've been to several countries in Europe and then UK. Probably up to 30, I would say, maybe a little less, but I have no clue. Question number 10. Is anyone in your family in the army? Luckily, no. What would you name your daughter if you had one? And also there is a question, what would you name your son if you had one? I don't know yet. There are several names which I really love, but obviously it would be like discussed with whoever my husband would be. But I do have a couple of names which are very traditional, like Scottish ones, which I really like, but then also there are a lot of Slovak names which I really like too, so I think it also depends where would I have my kids, in which country, for example. What's the worst grade you got on a test? So basically, I don't know how the school system works wherever you are watching from, but for Slovakia, basically in primary school and high school, you have a grading system which is from 1 to 5 on the tests, 5 being the worst. And I don't think I ever got 5. I mean, certainly, probably yes at some point, because it sounds weird that I never would, but I don't remember. But I do remember getting 4 from definitely accounting in high school, and then probably math in the primary school and high school as well, because yes, numbers. What was your favorite TV show as a kid? As a kid, there used to be this one made in Czechoslovakia called Pat a Mat, and those were two friends who, it's concept a little bit like Mr. Bean, so they always want to, you know, like invent new stuff, or they want to repair something in the household, but the way they do it just makes it much worse. And it's absolutely great because kids always loved it, they always laugh, and then adults as well. I remember watching a couple episodes maybe 2 or 3 years ago, after ages since I seen it last time, and I was crying from laugh. And usually I do not like this kind of humor, for example Mr. Bean, but I love this. So it's very, very old. I'll try to find the picture, but absolutely amazing one. Okie doke, question number 15. What did you dress up for as Halloween? No, what did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8? I mentioned in one of my previous videos actually that for us in Slovakia we do not celebrate Halloween as much with like costumes and these things like in different countries. We do have our own tradition, which I'm mentioning in the other video, but of course that you do have like you know, dress up parties and costume parties for kids mostly. So I think I've been to 2 or 3 as a child, and that would definitely be princess every single time because dress. Question number 16. Have you ever read any Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight? Seen Harry Potter movies, liked them, but never read the books. I tried to read the first one when I was maybe 11, but I never finished it. Hunger Games, never read the books, seen the series only once, wasn't a huge fan. Twilight, I read the books twice at least. I absolutely cannot stand the movies. Sorry. Would you rather have an American or British accent? I honestly don't mind. The thing with accent, I do have friends who, when we are, you know, like talking with someone or watching something, they immediately pick up like, oh, who are they from, or what is the accent like. I never really paid attention to these things as much. I think personally for me, I don't think I have a specific accent. I mean, obviously I do have the foreign one, so if I'm here, people very clearly can say I'm not British or even Scottish. But to answer the question, what would you rather have, American or British accent? Absolutely do not care. Okay, question number 19. Are your grandparents still married? Well, my granny passed away 3 years ago, but I know that if she wouldn't, they would still be married. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No, but I did Aikido for 7 years, yes. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Absolutely no clue, I'm sorry. What was the first amusement park you visited? I've never been to like Disneyland or anything like that, but when I was a kid, my granny would take me to this fairs which we used to have. It was, you know, much smaller for family kids, definitely nothing like Disneyland or places like this, but it was still fun. I don't know how old I was. Okie doke. Which language would you like to be fluent in? I am actually starting Italian course in September, and I'm so excited because I always wanted to learn how to speak Italian because I love the country, I love the language. So hopefully one day I can be fluent in that one, as well as German, because I used to be fluent in German, but then now it's been maybe like 7 years since I haven't used it, so I cannot say a word, but I would love to be fluent again. Or again, well, at least even more as I was before. Question number 24. Do you spell it gray or grey, A or E? E. That was 24. 25. Is your father bald? No, he is not yet. Do you know triplets? I don't know anyone who would have triplets except Phoebe. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Okay, this is a tough one, but I would say Notebook. The only thing is that I am not a huge fan of the lady who played Ellie as older version, like older version of Ellie. For some reason the actress they picked, she just does not fit in there for me. Other than that, I would immediately say Notebook, but obviously I love both movies. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes, and I even worked in Indian restaurant for a couple months when I was studying. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? Don't have one, honestly. I mean, when it comes to food, as long as it's good, I don't care. Have you ever been to Nando's? Yes. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? And I'm not sure I understand this question. Warehouse? What is warehouse? It's like, do you belong to any warehouse store? I would say no. No? Well, speaking about languages, there we go. Question number 32. What would your parents have named you if you've been the opposite gender? And I know very exactly, and that would be Maciej, which I don't think has equivalent in English for this, but it would be Maciej because that's the name my mom always loved very much. What's your nickname? My nickname is Becky, but everyone knows me as Becky, so I use my full name, which is Rebecca, just mostly for working purposes and stuff, and when I come to a new environment, people tend to call me Rebecca for like few days, and then immediately everyone switches to Becky. So to me, it's just Becky. Becky is nickname, but kind of the name as well. Who is your favorite person in the world? Family, friends, everyone. Would you rather live in the country or the city? I do like city because I grew up in a very big city and now I'm living in a big city, but to be honest, once I'm older and in the long term, I would love to have house somewhere in a small village near the sea preferably. I would love to have house somewhere literally where you can walk a few meters and you are at the beach and you can go for a run and see sunset. Oh yeah, I would love to live in a smaller village where people know each other, for example. So yeah, something smaller. Can you whistle? That's my best. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, but I used to when I was a kid. I do still love fairy lights, so I have them in my room, and then every night before I go to sleep I switch them on for a while, but then when I'm falling asleep I'll just switch them off because I cannot really sleep when there is light. I need dark. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Yes, otherwise I would die. So I have breakfast every morning. Do you take any daily pills or medication? I do. What medical condition do you have? Other than being crazy, thankfully nothing much. How many times have you been to the hospital? Many times, but luckily it was never anything serious, at least for myself. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I love that movie, and I actually named one of our plants. We have a monstera, and when that plant was growing one leaf, little bit of that was cut off accidentally. So now the one leaf, it's only like a half of it, and that reminded me, you know, like Nemo's little plutva, little arm, fish arm, and I called it Nemo. I would say Nemo because that's how you say it in Slovak, but Nemo, yeah. So I seen the movie. Where do you buy jeans? I do not have specific shop or anything like that, but the thing with me and jeans is that I can never find the one which fits immediately, so I usually buy jeans every 2 years, and once I find them I buy like 2 or 3 pairs. Question number 44. What's the last compliment you got? I'm not sure the last, but the last memorable one was literally the other day. Was it yesterday or when? I went to cinema. We went to cinema to see Minions, and I love Minions, honestly. If I could adopt Minions and raise little Minion army, that's a dream. But other than that, which is probably not possible, I do love to watch movies, and I of course dressed with the blue jeans and then yellow sweatshirt and yellow headband, which you also seen in my previous videos, and I got the compliment that I look absolutely amazing as a Minion. So that made me very happy. Question number 45. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? That depends. For example, I do not remember the one from last night, but I remember the one before. What flavor tea do you enjoy? Here I have green tea, which I drink every single day, and in general I do like herbal tea more than the fruit ones, for example, because fruit teas are always either too sweet or too sour for me, so preferably herbal tea. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Well, in Scotland it's quite easy. 5 with the high heels, 5. Okie doke. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I don't remember the exact age, but I think it was a little bit older than other of my classmates or friends, for example, because my parents did absolutely incredible job every single year with Christmas magic, and they really managed to keep the magic going for me and for my sister as well. Also, another thing is that in Slovakia it is not Santa who brings the present, which is something I might maybe speak about in like next Christmas video or something, because it's for a longer while, but I don't remember the exact age. And the last question, why do you have a blog? I actually do have a blog, but it's in Slovak, and I started this one when I moved to Scotland in 2016 because I was very blessed with many friends and many people who were interested in how is everything going when I moved to different country and started my studying, and I was basically sending messages which were pretty much the same to everyone. So then I thought, well, I love writing as well, so I might just do a little blog. and I started it in 2016 and basically continue until this day, but now I post like maybe once a month or once 2-3 months sometimes. I think the last time I posted now was like April, so I need to finish that as well, but I do have a blog indeed. Right, my friends, and these are all the questions, and I would really love to tag someone because I have been catching up on tags recently, but I never really tag anyone, so I am not sure who done or haven't done this tag yet, but I'm just going to tag a couple people, and that would be Gem of Books, Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, Bibbidi Babbidi Books, Bookish Gems, Booking with Debra, AJ Dan Reads and Writes, and the Red Dot Reads. So if you are not familiar with these wonderful channels and wonderful people, please do so, because they are absolutely lovely and sweet and do great videos about books. So if you lovely people, booktubers, haven't done this tag, please do so, because I love the questions. And yes, that's all from me for now. I'm gonna finish my tea, and I will wish you a lovely day, and I will see you with another video very soon. Take care, bye!